Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Enter text for chat. Dun, 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 dun. See if this works. I don't even know if I'm live here. Let's see. What's up? Everyone. Let's see if this shit even works. Oh! Alright. There it goes. Alright guys, let me get comfortable here. Let's see if anybody actually shows up today. I'm sure everybody's busy, especially after, last night. Lots of things to think about. I saw American Chola decided to go live again and, continuously double down. He's on some weirdo shit with posting a kid's picture on his thumbnail. That's fucking weird. In my opinion, that's weird. Ghetto Paisa, what's up, man? Good to see you. So I'm trying this app called Prism Live. The other day I used StreamYard, and that was to invite other people to see if that worked. That did work. This time around, I'm using this thing called Prism Live Studio. So somebody's alarm went off. Again, I'm outdoors. I missed the Marvelous podcast. I wanted to call to talk to the call out El Catracho. That would have been great. It would have been a good time. James Guerrero, what's up? Only 64. What up? Jonathan Gutierrez, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Michael Les. Okay, guys. So today's episode. Sorry for the alarm. Today's episode, I saw something interesting. I heard something interesting this afternoon. The podcast is doing numbers. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Because of you guys, is doing numbers. And because a lot of these guys are very upset and talk about me on their shows. So that's good for us. Marvelous podcast was good. Much respect. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was cool. That was a very cool thing that I was a part of. Thank you to Marvelous for letting me be a part of that today. You're going to take calls today? I don't think I can because I'm using this program on my phone that I don't think allows me to do that, as far as I know. Again, unfortunately right now, I gotta work around how to get studio time so I could actually do the whole process of using everything. As you know, doing the show requires lights, requires the computers, requires the microphones, the audio interface. A lot of things goes into it, whereas this is ACB chemistry. What's up, man? As you can see, this one just takes one phone. You need two phones. Do I need two phones? Is that a thing? That's probably a good idea. I probably could do that if I put you guys on speaker. That's a good idea. I'm gonna think about that. Anyway, let's get to the subject matter because I think I only have about an hour to go before Rhodium starts, because I'm definitely gonna be listening to that. Well, as you guys saw by the thumbnail, get Rode wireless microphones. That's a good idea. I think this one has a pretty good microphone though. If you guys hear my AC, my apologies, because I like to keep it cool in here. And so I got two phones. All right, so the subject of today is I saw the food community, because they have this little round circle of individuals in there, and something came up that I had heard on another podcast, which was ODM's podcast, the Blockout podcast. Go check them out. ODM says something about the Brown Bag podcast disrespecting the IE. Now, you and I both know that we love to talk smack about the IE, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of love for the IE as much as the IE has a lot of love for us. We just like to roast each other, and that's what it is. We roast each other. We make fun of each other, and we laugh at the jokes that they talk about us as much as they laugh at the jokes we talk about them. But that's all it is. It's jokes. We roast each other, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of love between LA and the IE. ODM from the Blackout Podcast. I'm pretty sure you guys know he's from Lighter Shade Brown. Much love to them. He was very upset that he heard that the Brown Bag Podcast did this whole thing about saying the IE sucks, and they did it in a weird, cheerful way where they all got together and huddled and just counted from 1, 2, 3. IE sucks, and they just laughed about it. And you know, when you do something like that, you kind of want to finish that off with like, we're just kidding, IE. We much love to you guys, but they didn't do that. And I think that's why ODM was upset. Fuck your feelings, what's up? KTS, what up? And that's why I think ODM was upset about that. He was upset because it seemed more of a disrespect to the IE. And a lot of you guys know that, you know, ODM, you know, he reps the IE and he has a lot of love for it. So when he heard the Brown Bag Podcast just disrespect the IE in that way, he felt some type of way about it. And I could understand that, because, you know, a joke's a joke, but you kind of end it with love at the end. You don't want to just make it into a joke. So today I heard this guy named Jay in the foods community, and apparently he's already been hit up about Duno. Catherine, what's up, Catherine? They hit him up about Duno because they're wondering why this guy Duno, that I guess people believe he's about it, was disrespecting the IE in that way. And they checked him to go and check him. And I thought that was very interesting. I mean, if it got to a point where their disrespect was that badly that they had to reach out to this guy to go and talk to Duno, it says a lot. It says a lot in the sense where they did something wrong. They did something wrong and they caught the wrong people's attention. And they felt very disrespected. So, oddly enough, Duno was watching their show. And he decided that he needed to call in and clarify some things, which I think he actually did the opposite and actually made it worse. Let's see if I could play some of it.
We're talking about people moving other places because houses are bigger. I think everybody does that.
And this is Duno explaining why people go to the IE. Now, here's a little background. Duno did say that there's some sort of like inside joke between him, Letty, and the guy Rosecrans, where I guess she has some sort of ex-boyfriend that's from the IE. So they have some weird joke, some inside joke about this guy from the IE. But that's the thing. If it's about a guy from the IE, why are you disrespecting the IE in that way? Well, what the fuck does the IE have to do with this dude that was fucking Letty? It doesn't even make sense. But apparently it's an inside joke to them. So when this guy named, I guess, Rosecrans, he was the one that actually, you know, asked everyone to huddle together to the count of 3 and to scream out IE sucks in front of everybody. So Rosecrans, that character, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't like Rosecrans. He's a fucking, I don't know. There's something about this guy, and I'll tell you what it is. Maybe like a year or 2 years back, I saw this guy's Twitter because I don't know how I ended up like hearing about him, so I wanted to check him out. And I saw that on one of his tweets, he actually put that he believes that 90% of photographers are perverts. And me, I would say I'm an amateur photographer, but I definitely am part of doing photography. And I know a lot of photographers. So when I saw that, I thought, man, this guy's a piece of shit. How's he going to say that 90% of photographers are perverts? Now, mind you, if it was a joke, he would have just put, just kidding. But he didn't. And this is the type of guy that this guy is. He would say some shit like that. And that tells me his character. This guy's just an asshole. And I guess, and I'm pretty certain when he decided to ask everybody to say the IE sucks, he did it in an asshole manner. Like he meant to disrespect the IE because he's just an asshole. So, and it's funny because I see some people that I know that are camera photographers that are taking this guy's picture. And I'm wondering, this piece of shit looks at the guy I know and says, man, that guy must be a fucking perv. I know he's a perv. 90% of these motherfuckers are pervs. So if there's 2 of them in there, for sure one of these guys is a perv. And I never like people that will say things like that. I think it was stupid. But going back, I think this is why Duno, you know, he is who he hangs out with. And when he hangs out with an asshole, I don't know how Letty is. She might be an asshole too. But as far as Rosecrans, I'm pretty sure that guy's an asshole. And Duno hanging out with assholes just makes him want to be an asshole too. And here he is explaining why. He was just trying to explain why people go to the IE, and it's a cool thing to go to the IE.
Everybody, the icon doesn't live where he grew up. Why? Because you moved further where it's cheaper. Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah. 100%. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. So I don't think nothing maliciously was meant or said. Did the clip come off wrong? Yes. But as a podcaster, somebody like, example, like ODMs. Put that shit out already, homie. You know my shit. You guys know you guys clips could be misinterpreted. If you watch the whole thing, it's always love. It's always love. I feel like if I didn't like something, I wouldn't even.
But that's the thing. He says it's always love. He says it's always love, but you gotta say it. You just can't disrespect an entire fucking county and say, hey, it's always love. You know, at the end of the day, we all know when we roast each other, we fucking give each other love, and because we're having fun with each other. But here, there was nobody from the IE to say, fuck you guys, and laugh about it. And they laugh about it. It was just them saying, fuck, not the IE sucks. They said the IE sucks. But let's keep going.
Talk about it. So, you know what I'm saying? The IE is cool as fuck. Fool. Yeah, come on. It's never in a malicious way. All right.
And I find it funny that, you know, Duno had to call in to save face, because he already knows saying the wrong thing could get you in trouble. Like the time when he said, when he told all of us, I don't know why you guys are tripping that Tyga made that video about Mexicans. I thought it was funny. Again, his mouth getting him in trouble. He got a lot of backlash for his comments. The one thing I didn't like about him is that he had Andrew Schultz right next to him, a white comedian, just say every fucking racist name for a Mexican, and Duno literally sitting next to him and just laughing. And it's funny because I heard him on another podcast saying he has a bunch of pride for his people, for raza. But how are you gonna have a white comedian say every fucking racist word you can about raza and just laugh? That's funny.
It's never in a malicious way with anything. So you just broke it down right now is what you're saying. The internet's a defeat. I respect the response. I just feel like it came off wrong, and I definitely feel like going that route of just like the IE sucks, and it wasn't you that even kicked that off, which is fine. And you can definitely let your guests have their own opinion, but
and this is the part where I guess Jay doesn't know that the guy Rosecrans is actually a co-host of Duno. So I'm pretty sure had he known it was his co-host, he might have said something else.
Hostful, you gotta be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Because if I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 SD or 1, 2, 3 LA or 1, 2, 3 OC or 1, 2, 3 NorCal, like I would have everybody on my ass, and I would have to break it down as well. Yeah. First of all, I didn't break it down. I'm just explaining to you.
And then this guy that is from the IE, represents the IE, loves the IE. He felt very disrespected. Also, aside from his homies calling him to check out what's going on with Duno and why he's disrespecting the IE this way. And it's crazy though, because I feel a little bad. And this is probably the fucked up part about being with a bunch of assholes, that they make everything to joke when you could clearly hear it in this guy's voice that he's actually serious about why they disrespected the IE like this.
Said, let me break it down, and then you broke it down. So good. We're gonna have a rugby competition, big dog. Breaking it down, icon with MC Magic, but we'll talk about that. Nah, he has to be here to even answer that, fool. So let me. No. Just to clear the air, because they're on your head, right? Welcome to the internet, Mr. J from the Riv. I'm just making sure that it stays there, big dog. I feel like we should go by Mr. J from the Riv. Some food from Dutch Bros is in the IE, you feel me? And burger, and welcome him to the internet, you know what I'm saying? Well, I just wanted to make sure.
And that's the thing where Duno is telling, well, this is all fun and games because it's the internet. I think we've all learned that things that happen in the internet don't usually stay on the internet.
You were still welcome to the inland. That's all. Because that was
okay. This is the important part right here, because this guy confirms that there are people in the IE that want to talk to Duno on a personal level.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you were still welcome to the inland. That's all. And she's
in with so disrespectful.
I'm looking out for you, fool. I feel the love, dog. Safe relationships. Next time I go to the E, I'm gonna just, what do I call it? You gotta check in with the homie. It depends on what city you go to, big dog.
I realize I gotta disconnect this thing, because I think you guys were hearing me differently. Internet lag. Yeah, I just noticed that too. Hopefully it gets back to normal. Let's see. Let me make sure my... Alright, we should supposedly be okay. Am I still laggy? Let me know, guys. Okay, apparently not anymore. Alright, so... And here's the guy, Jay, just letting Duno know that, bro, you need to be careful how you talk, because people are talking about you in the IE, and it's not in a good way.
With dress and Redlands. No. I'm here, dog. I feel the love, dog. Safe relationships. Next time I go to the E, I'm gonna just, what do I call it? You gotta check in with the homie. It depends on what city you go to, big dog. Check in with Threads and Redlands. No, you're not checking in with Threads. Don't check in with Threads, fool. Because it's better stuff. It's like. And
that's Jay saying, like, you got to be careful now when you go to the IE. So I thought that was crazy. Paga el bill.
It's cheaper. Out of the city is like that. But what I'm saying, wrong with moving up in life, dog. Like, I'm not saying moving out of the city is like that. But what I'm saying is, you gotta technically altitude wise, you moved up. Yeah, there you go.
And that's the thing, they make it into a joke, and that guy was serious. He was obviously hurt by his comments.
Ads and tags and stories.
So I thought it was interesting that that happened. The other interesting part, that this guy Jay got so upset, and this is why I'm bringing it up, because he said the magic phrase. He said, "I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have to run the fade if it keeps going on like this." And when you say run the fade, obviously we gotta talk about it on Run the Fade. So it's crazy how the internet, you do have to behave a certain way. And I think the Brown Bag Podcast, they want attention right now, and they're getting it. One, by insulting the IE, and pretty much pissing off people for the IE. People with names. And I do feel that at the end they're probably gonna have to give like some sort of like public apology and all this, because how are you gonna insult the entire IE? And you got this guy named Jay that's like getting checked by his homies to check on Duno, of all people. You can see that lady right there. This here is 47-year-old will give you a business. But yeah, so I wanted to come on here just to talk about that, because you know what? I've been getting a lot of complaints that I'm talking about the same two individuals. And mind you, I am talking about those individuals because you know what? They fucking suck a dick. They really suck a dick. American Chola, he just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. He just keeps talking out of his ass. Blue Devil, same thing. Wondering who the fuck I am. I'm a nobody. And that's perfectly fine with me. I love being a nobody. That's my corner. Nobody. When Blue Devil believes he's the super cholo. He's the king of the cholos. He's the king of the South Side. He rules above all. All the laws of the neighborhoods are written by him and approved by him. He is the King Cholo. That's probably what I'm gonna call him now instead of Blue Devil. I'm gonna call him King Cholo because only you can, say what goes in the land of Southern California. And apparently you get upset when nobody's talk about what's going on out here. And that's okay. I'm okay being a nobody. Because it annoys you. And then it annoys him. And it annoys all these other cocksuckers. El Rey Cholo, we could go with that one too. All right, well, keep the show going. Well, you know what? And I wanted to speak, aside from Brown Bag, I mean, I haven't seen anything good from them. I really don't know. I just know that Rosecrans Vic guy is kind of an asshole. And Duno is just, I don't know. He's getting lost in the sauce because I don't see anything good about him except his comedy. And that's probably what he should base his thing on, comedy, and not really talk about other counties or other people. I think if he just stays in his lane, which is comedy, he'll be all good. But because he hangs out with people that are okay about talking about other counties or other people, he's gonna get fucked. We all seen how all these people get fucked. They all turn on each other. They all eventually turn on each other. And we see it from time to time. We see how these guys just turn on each other. 1 minute they're in their podcast, the next they're fucking fighting. The next they're leaking out text messages. They're leaking out videos. They're leaking out audio. It's fucking crazy to me that these guys have all these things. I mean, look at American Chola. This cocksucker literally put a kid's picture on his thumbnail. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure that should be illegal, that you should have a child's picture. I don't care who the child is. Duno just likes to kick it. Duno just likes to kick it. That's a very interesting point. I would hope that's not the truth, but I think we've all seen a lot of these podcasters out here like to lie. Like even this thing right here with that guy Jay talking about Duno and the IE being upset with him. People from the IE being upset with him and possibly want to check Duno because of the disrespect. It could be fake. These guys could be faking it. And that's what I don't like, because places like the Foods community that make fake beefs. I mean, they made that fake beef with American Cholo and that Compa Raider guy. It was fake. Foods community was a part of it. They never denied that they had no idea. So, and that's the other part. How do we know that the Foods community is not just doing this just to get fake promo, just to get numbers, just so they could get attention? And it blows my mind, because the way these people act, and we all know they just want to be like Adam 16. They want to create fake beefs, because we all found out that one black dude, AD, and that China Mac guy, they never got down. They never ran the fade. Adam 16 said it. It was all made up. That white guy, Lush, with that kid, Almighty Suspect, I believe, they never got down. They made it seem like they got down, but they never got down. Blue Dildo with his royalty stupid skit, making it seem like he was gonna fucking beat up the guy, his guests, made him look stupid because they wanted to create fake beefs. That was funny, because Blue Dildo got mad at his audience because they didn't enjoy it the way they enjoy other people's skits. He said something about, like, in the sense of where he said, oh, if I wore a stupid little green hat, you're gonna call me a marketing genius. And I'm pretty sure he's referenced to the episode that I did with Tony A and Marvelous where for St. Patrick's Day where we wore little green hats. I thought it was funny. Apparently he thought it was stupid, but it confused him why people thought that was funny and people didn't like his skit that he did with royalty. Well, because it's fake. What he does is fake. He does fake drama, fake news, just like all these other guys. Like I remember when talking about the foods community, I had to check that guy, Rich Juan, the guy that runs foods community, on releasing information that isn't accurate. And which is one of the reasons why he blocked me from Instagram. And I could no longer see the foods community because he knows if I would find something that isn't correct or paints a false narrative, I will fucking check it on that. And I've done that already. He didn't like it too much that I did that. But if you're going to paint somebody in a bad light, you got to be responsible for it. And you got to be able to accept when people check you on wrong information. Apparently he didn't like it so much that he decided to just block me. Which is funny because I saw one of Icon's homies actually do the same thing to that Juan guy and checked him and told him, bro, you got to be careful how you release information because not all of it is accurate. He told him not all of it is accurate. Not all of it is correct the way you put it out. And I thought that was crazy. I got a lot of respect for that guy that did that because he told him the facts. He told him the truth. You're putting out shit that makes it look another way, which is wrong. You don't do that unless you have a certain agenda. Then now you're controlling information, which becomes misinformation because now you're trying to push a narrative. And that's why one of the reasons why I don't like foods community as far as Instagram, because Rich Juan tends to spread false information. Not false information, but actually, you know what? False information. Because the post I called them on was false information where they were trying to paint a person as a murderer or as something in that nature because they supported a certain organization. They supported a certain movement. And we all know if you support a certain movement that the higher ups don't like, you're automatically painted as a terrorist, as anti-Zionist, I guess, anti-Jew, something like that in that sense. But that's just how that goes. And when he did that, when Rich Juan did that on his foods community page on Instagram, I had to correct him. And it was crazy because he wrote to me and I told him, bro, if you're going to put out information, at least make it accurate. Because I know for a fact what he does is copy and paste. Cali Media Reaction, ACB, what's up, Cali Media Reaction? Hey, I like what you're doing over there, man. Your whole setup is dope, man. So I told Rich Juan, if you're going to copy and paste, at least read the motherfucker. At least actually read, because that's all he does. Hey, Enrique Lesma, what's up, man? That's all he does. Like all these pages on Instagram that put news out, all they do is just copy, paste. That's it, copy and paste. That's all they do. They don't actually read what they're actually putting on. And that's what I don't like. I don't like when people, all they do is copy and paste without actually reading it. When somebody gives me information, I have to do my due diligence and actually check out the information. I got to make sure it's correct. I got to make sure it's right. And I do my research. And if I find out it's wrong, I tell that person, hey, it's wrong. You shouldn't be putting things like that. I did that to the foods community. They didn't like that. They blocked me. It is what it is. I don't really care. I'm just glad that I made sure that I pointed that out. I'm sure foods community is not going to talk to me about that, but that's all good. But that's the thing about like Run the Faith podcast. It's not only about, who's having problems with who, but it's also about who's putting out misinformation. Because for me, I need the facts to be facts, I need it to be right. I need it to be accurate. And when I found out that other pages don't do that, I check them on that. When I check them on that, they don't like it when I do that, because then that makes them look bad. But somebody has to check these guys. You can't just put out information and not be accurate about it, because then you're just lying. Then you're just making somebody look bad that shouldn't have to look bad. Like a lot of these podcasters, they start feuds because somebody from another place comes to get interviewed for a fucking interview. Like, why do you care about who's getting interviewed? Like, why does that hurt you? Like, it's weird that people would paint a narrative where, like, hey, this guy from here came through and it's bullshit. That person should stay where they're at. You know, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of these people, they divide us. They make stupid narratives. Like, if I could get information from somebody, someplace that other people don't like, why do I care? I'm just there to get the information. I'm just here to maybe pick up a gem or two. I'm just here to learn. But some of these people, they don't want that. They want fights. They want division. They want us to not work together. It's crazy. It blows my mind that these people, like, they make it it's funny because, like, for instance, Blue Devil, he says, oh, Chicano rap sucks. Chicano rap sucks. If you're in Chicano rap, you're fucking stupid. And it's crazy, though, because he has Chicano rappers on his fucking shit. Like, and then it makes you wonder, bro, you're a Chicano rapper. Why are you on a show where the host literally says your fucking music sucks? And you're stupid for being part of it. It doesn't even make sense to me. It's crazy. He talks all that shit, but yet that's all he talks about. That's all he talks about is fucking Chicano rappers putting themselves in the box. Which I'm gonna be in agreement with that. Chicano rap does end up being a box. It does end up being a box because the new Chicano rap, and I want to call it new, and I'm going to put the date after 2004 maybe. That's new Chicano rap. It's all about putting out your shit, talking about your hoods. And that's when I stopped listening to it. Before 2004, I was bumping everybody that everybody was bumping, as far as, you know, Chicano rappers. But after like 2004, I was like, nah, I'm not listening to any of these guys no more. They're gonna get me fucking shot out here. And that's when they ended up being in a box, because no label wants to, you know, sign somebody that's only contained in their block. They're not gonna sign somebody. They're not gonna invest millions of dollars in a guy that could either get shot or get fucking what's the word? Get solicited by their own hood to fucking pay. Who needs it? What label is gonna want to pay into that? Nobody. People want to pay rappers that can tell a story. That's what they want. They want somebody that can tell a story that doesn't involve a neighborhood, a set. They want a rapper that can tell you the story of what's going on in the streets, from the moment they wake up to the last shit they take at the end of the day. And that's what the people tell me too. They tell me they want to hear a rapper that tells them what it is to live out here, what it is to survive, what it is to fucking the regular life of somebody that grows up in the hood. Because as we all know, growing up in the hood is not the same as growing up in the suburbs, growing up in some really nice place, because these hoods are not nice. This place, you got to watch your back every time. You got to worry you're going to get jacked. You got to worry if a motherfucking car is going to hit you while you're driving. I mean, while you're walking, because everybody's running a red light out here in LA. You don't know if you're gonna get stopped at a checkpoint. You know, it's you know, people want to know the daily life of somebody that grows up in the hood, what they see, what the neighbors that got blasted for doing some weird shit. You know, they want to hear the house that burned down because they were fucking cooking crack. You know, they want to hear these stories that goes on the hood. They don't want to know about your set. They don't want to know about that stuff. They want to know what you do. That's why I think our most favorite music are from people that, you know, talk about that. Talk about, you know, the daily life of somebody that lives in the hood. I want to hear that. I think you guys want to hear that also. But, you know, there's a few rappers out there that are doing that. You're probably going to see it by this summer. There's a lot of rappers that I know are working on some tracks that I really can't wait for you guys to hear. It's going to be good. This summer is going to be good. The end of the year is going to be good. I think the page is definitely turning on I guess what you would call Chicano rap. And I feel it's going to be a good thing. I hope so, because we need it. We need another way to express ourselves and to, you know, grow. Because when our people grow, we grow. And that's the whole point of this. When our people grow, we grow. We grow with them. Because if they get signed to shows, they invite the homies, they invite the vendors, they sell the merch. Everybody gets something. Not like a lot of these fools that they don't want that. They only want them to win and maybe two of their homies, and that's it. Look at MC Magic. MC Magic is the perfect example of somebody that helps others grow. MC Magic sells his merch. He pays somebody to make his merch. He pays somebody to create his media. He pays somebody to pretty much design all his stuff. He pays people to grow. As much as he grows, they grow with him. That's how it should be. But you don't see that with a lot of these rappers. A lot of these rappers are paranoid, or they only want to keep it to themselves because they're afraid they're going to lose it. But that's not how it works. You know, you got to be able to, the more you give, the more you get. That's how I see it. The more you give, the more you get. The more you invest, the more you get on your return. Obviously, it's got to be a smart investment, but that's just how it is. And let me go inside some of these chats here. Let's see. All right. Black rap sucks ass by the most part too. You know what? It kind of does, but I'm really liking Kendrick Lamar right now with his diss music. I'm not gonna lie. He's bringing out something that I haven't heard in a while. The way he dissed Drake on that last one was pretty good. I had fun with that. It's not as bad as the traffic in Mexico. The car has to run. The car has the right of way over there. Oh, really? Oh shit! Thanks for not blocking me, mugroso. Miguel RDT. Look, Miguel. This is what we do, man. We roast each other. If I can't take you roasting me, then I shouldn't be here. Because this is why I'm here, because a lot of these guys, they can't take it. I mean, I see Blue Devil when they prank call him, when they talk shit when they roast them on the chat. And mind you, Blue Devil, it's just a roast. Don't take it personal. That's the fun part of roasting each other. I have everybody roasting me, and I'm loving it because they're getting creative. Mind you, I don't like the spammers. I don't like the spammers because when you spam, then you're just being repetitive, and that's just boring. If you're going to roast me with creativity. It's got to be funny. It's got to be creative. It's got to make me laugh. Take a bong hit in front of us, Norbert, to prove you're not a cop. Norbert está bien guapo. Con el close-up puro. Hey, that's what's up. The prank calls are, oh my God. I've heard the prank calls. They're hilarious. I laugh my fucking ass out when they fucking call this fool. Especially when they say it's me. That makes me laugh even more when people say it's me. Mañanera. Me and Norby should split roast Swifty. It's reeking here, and it ain't me. Spammers are funny. Spammers aren't funny. You know why? Because after a while, like, come on, give me something new. Be creative about it. So I'm gonna see if I could take phone calls right now. I'm gonna try to download this thing on this phone right here, and see, because I do have two phones actually. Let's see, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. No, I always say the live chat is the most important thing in a live stream. It's the most important thing. You guys are the ones that keep people around. You guys are the ones that have people talking. You guys add to the algorithm. You guys are important. So I find it funny how that cocksucker Blue Dildo like would just block you guys and would just take you guys off. He tells them, give them timeouts, block them, I don't want them, and just talks a lot of shit. Like, come on. If we can't have fun in the live chat, what are we doing here? What are we doing here if we can't have fun in the live chat? But it is him, and he always gets his butt hurt. Let's see if I can sign in. Okay. Because I had to get out of this thing for a second. What the hell? Here? I don't even know I'm sitting here. Alright guys, I'm in here, but now I gotta remember my fucking phone. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see if I could add this in here. Nope. Let's see. Alright guys, I don't know if that actually went through. Oh, it did. Alright guys, so that's the number right there. Give me a call. Let me know if you have questions about last night, or you have a comment about the brown bag. I think you should be able to see the number there now on the corner, like right here. There you go. We have a black caller. Let's see what they say. Caller, your name, where are you calling from? Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Dude, when you guys coming to get my dinner?
What?
When you and Tony coming to Bakersfield to do my dinner?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? I have no idea. I think he might have a show in Bakersfield coming up soon, so maybe that might be the week. But keep in touch on that one. And I don't think he's confirmed it yet, but I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like I've been dying to make you guys dinner.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that those other broadcasts
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right.
Give me a shout out.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll talk later. All right.
All right, yeah.
You know, that kind of love, it's priceless. You know, when it happens, you always got to be appreciative of that kind of love, because that's hard to get. That's not easy. And the lines are open, guys. So give me a call. Let me read some of these chats. It's a set of Norbies. Don't do it, fool. I would hope not. AC is a wankster. They are lazy now and always been lazy. American Chola sells Cali Mac burgers in the restroom. Come on. Answer is in you every day. What's the main topic of discussion? The main topic today is should the Brown Bag podcast apologize to the IE for insulting the IE publicly? I guess they all huddled together and counted from 3 to 1. At 1, they all said the IE sucks. Sad that the Raza thinks they are funny and cool. We had the same struggle, yes, but we don't have to dumb ourselves down to their level. That's very true. That's very true. And again, this is one of the reasons why me and the Jedi created Run the Fade podcast, so that pages like Tony Vision, Marvelous Minds, they don't have to be involved in all this. I want to be involved in all this because Tony puts out information about music. He puts light on young artists that are trying to push and try to grow, and they have grown. The beautiful part is that a lot of these artists that have gone to Rhodium have grown tremendously. They're doing shows. We're gonna go to Live and Die in LA on May 18th, where at least 5 of the artists there all came through the Rhodium. Some of them, I think, might have even gotten their first interview at Rhodium. And now they're doing shows like To Live and Die in LA, which is on May 18th. So we're going to be there. Guys, do you guys see the phone number right here, or is it just me? Should be right here. Do you guys see it? If you do, give me a call. Don't disrespect the IE. My grandma is buried there in the veteran cemetery. Hey, salutes to your grandma. And that's what I'm saying. You know, if you're gonna make fun, have somebody from the IE to make fun back. Don't just make fun of the IE just to make fun of the IE. You know, and if you are gonna do that, make sure you finish out with, you know what? No disrespect, much love to the IE, of course. Enrique Ledesma dropped my first super chat, man. So since when do you take donations? You know what? I haven't brought it up. That actually happened on Monday. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is American Chola.
That's American Chola?
Cali Mac president of the planet, man. How dare you? I'm interviewing Adam 16 now. Hey, get out of here, you fool.
All right.
Hey, my bad, Norbies. American Chola's hacking my phone right now. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Onyx?
I don't know how the hell that fool did it. What the hell? Freaking American Chola, man. He's got some hackers or some shit, man.
It might be Boo Boo.
Anyways, but who cares? Oh, maybe. But yeah, I got him out of here. No, all good. Hey, my bad, man. I've been sending you a lot of emails. Did you read them all or just some of them?
I read a few of them. I haven't gotten time to actually get to the rest of them. I'm looking forward to reading them, though.
Yeah, my bad, man, because it's kind of like trying to send you like links and like, you know, black and white type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I tried to send you my opinions because, you know, that's just opinions. But anyways, I did you read the one about the Lush guy? The Lush guy?
I don't think I read that one.
Can I talk about that one?
No, but go ahead. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, because I know the Hater World, he went on some weird diatribe about how Lush is, I guess somebody in the chat room said that, what did he say about Lush? That he testified against his ex-boss or whatever, right?
Oh.
But then Hater World, yeah, and I sent you the link too, so you can look it up and all that.
Yeah.
But then Animal said he's a resident, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I guess he's pretty much just justifying that he, is a tattletale.
That's.
But I guess.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's kind of just, again, showing hypocrisy and, all that weird stuff.
Definitely.
But what I'm trying to read the email here, what I said. The thing that I found more interesting about Lush, dude, is that this guy's dad, his name is some guy named Peter Himes. I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Peter Himes, huh?
Yeah, but you know what that guy is? He's a director and a screenwriter in Hollywood.
Oh.
And so is his brother named John Hymas. He's another director and screenwriter. So it's like, dude, it makes sense that they're making fake beef and shit, right? Because I'm sure he's getting points from his dad and his brother, like, hey, do this, do that. And I'm sure Lush is telling other people how to do the fake beef and the fake acting.
That's interesting.
It just makes sense to me.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, use the Hollywood thing. Because, I mean, some of the Hollywood stuff is fake also.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially, the movies, obviously they're fake. But you know how they make fake movies, or they try to put movies that's based on reality, but then they spin it to make it, weird or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do wonder if that's how Lush got in. Because I thought Lush wasn't part of No Jumper either. And then all of a sudden he's back at No Jumper.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's all, and then obviously the comparator beef, or the fake beef rather, with American Chola.
Yes.
It's just a big poop show. And I don't know.
No, you're right. You're right. It is.
Every podcaster is kind of be like Adam 16 now.
These guys are creating these fake beefs.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's all dumb. Like, I think all these podcasters, even American Chola in the beginning, had good
Intentions.
Intentions over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they just go crazy. Like, oh, I'm the smart person. I'm the Cali man or whatever.
Oh, man.
But
Hey,
yeah,
guys, if I'm lagging, my apologies for the connection. But yeah, you know what? And that's what I'm saying. Is this brown bag situation where, that one guy said that the people from the IE are checking on them for the disrespect? Is it fake?
Yeah.
Is it fake?
Maybe,
Go ahead.
At this point, I'm questioning everything now. Like, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be obviously real beefs, like your guys' beef, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
It's real, I hope it's real. I hope they're not putting one on me and the listeners. But
Oh, no. It's definitely real. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely real. I'm pretty sure
yeah, I mean,
when one of these guys find me out here in one of these events, I'm okay taking my beating. As long as they're okay taking theirs.
yeah, just like I said, I hope nobody gets hurt too bad. Hopefully,
No,
little scrap.
but I always say, if I meet somebody that doesn't like me, before anything happens, I'm going to reach out my hand and shake their hand. And then ask them, is there anything you want to talk about? And then we'll proceed from there. If they want to talk, we could talk. If they want to do something else, then we'll do something else.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's all I got. And, yeah. Hey, everyone, be careful. American Chola might have this phone like it did to me.
All right, man.
Take it easy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, stay safe. All right.
You too, man. And, I'm glad he pointed that out again, because we really don't know whose beef is real anymore. I mean, like, for instance, I guess Canelo started talking shit about Oscar de la Hoya. Let's see. You might be close. I guess Oscar de la Hoya, to save time and insult, he just poured out his whole dirty laundry about his past in front of a press conference, and just reminded Canelo, that was literally right next to him, like, hey, just remember who your boss is. Just remember who made your career. And I guess Canelo started talking shit. All right, we got an anonymous caller. Let's go. Caller, your name, where you calling from? I can't hear you. Talk louder. Oh, you gotta talk louder. Yeah, I can't hear you. Ah, he hanged up. Hey, you gotta talk louder next time. Next time, yell it out. But yeah, so he was talking shit. Canelo was talking shit about Oscar in Spanish. And honestly, again, I don't know if that's even real. Because you saw how everybody got suckered by that I think it's Garcia. The last fight that happened, the guy that wanted to make it seem like he was fucking losing it. But in all reality, he was just playing with everybody just so that, you know, he could create a drama. Which I think he took a page out of podcasting with that thing. Ryan Garcia, right? I think it's Ryan Garcia. Where he pretty much trolled everybody and won a lot of money. But even that, even listening to Canelo, it didn't even seem real to me. It really didn't even seem real. It seemed like they just staged it out. Oscar told him, look, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, and then you're going to say something in Spanish. I don't believe any of these motherfuckers anymore. I don't think, and Canelo has a habit to, you know, do whatever it takes to make money. His drug test came back dirty. I wouldn't be surprised about that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he's fucking taking steroids. I'm not surprised that he's pretending to have a beef with his boss. I'm not surprised. But it sucks because now you don't know who's actually being real about it. You don't know who's being real about it. And it's very annoying. Because I used to like boxing when boxing used to be boxing. And now it's now it's like the WWE. No disrespect to the WWE. You know, I love the WWE. And I love that, you know, they entertain. But they always made it known that they are an entertainment industry. They entertain. They're not a professional fucking wrestling thing like they do in the Olympics. Now Oscar versus Canelo is really animosity. And that Oscar habla más español que Norbis. That's not true. Well, I don't know. Maybe it might be true. Hey, shout out to Oscar though. Even though he might be a fucking weird at times and crazy at times, I gotta give him his props because I think once a year Oscar De La Hoya, like, he donates $1 million to the hospital here in Boyle Heights. Every year he donates the $1 million. And he donates it there because that was a hospital that took care of his mom while his mom had cancer. And ever since she passed away, he always like came through for that hospital and donated millions to them. So even though he might be the way he is, he still puts into his community. As rich as he is, as crazy as he is, he still comes through for his community. So that I'll give him that for sure. So guys, let me get another call before we leave because Rhodium's about to start in like less than 30 minutes. But I think it was interesting what we talked about today. I wanted to put that out because I heard that this morning that the IE doesn't like Duno, Rosecrans, Letty. That I wonder when they're gonna talk about this because when people are making calls behind the scenes about you guys, that says a lot. And you guys really did disrespect the IE by just doing that stupid 1, 2, 3 IE sucks. I mean, if ODM from the Blackout Podcast, Lighter Shitter Brown, got annoyed by it, you must have done something wrong because that guy's a cool guy. It's really hard to annoy that guy. I mean, I met him several times. We talked on the phone, you know, great guy. And for you to annoy that guy like that, you must have really did something really stupid because that guy, he's a really chill guy and he could definitely take a joke. But he didn't take a joke when the Brownback Podcast talked shit about the IE. Let's see. Let me read some of these. Let's see. Fuck Your Feelings says, do no beast. Tyler Durden, supposedly he runs fights in Ramona Gardens. Oh. All right. HCP Chemistry. Great topic tonight. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. ODM, a real one. That's for sure. Tyler Duden, I called out Mighty Mouse. He dodged and ducked me, then blocked me. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know who is Mighty Mouse. ACP Chemistry, there's Frank. All right, hey Frank, thanks man, thanks for coming through, appreciate you. James said Julio Cesar Chavez, those were the days. Oh my God, Julio Cesar Chavez, those were the days when they fucking got down for like 14 rounds. Is anybody here old enough to remember when they went 14 rounds? Fuck, that's crazy time. A lot of boxing podcasts are talking about Ryan right now. I'm not surprised, because he suckered everybody. Ryan Garcia suckered everybody, made everybody believe that he was fucking losing it. Instead, he just trolled us all. And that's the thing, you know, and in Tony Vision, we say, you know, 2024 is the year of the truth. But a lot of these motherfuckers are lying, especially when it comes to beefs. Motherfuckers, I can't tell what's real anymore with these guys. Hey, much love to ACB, and thank you for tagging the page. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, man. Tag your page too, man. Please tag your page, because you've been there for a long ass time, and you know I support you too, man. So do me a favor and put your page out on the links over here too. Aside from that, the last caller sounded like Blue Puerca. He might have been him. I heard that he supposedly tried to call me. Somebody, I don't know, somebody put in the comments, hey, you ranked it when you didn't want to take his phone call. I don't recall when he tried to call me or has said that he called me, but he's got my number. De La Hoya beats him in his prime. Yo, yeah. De La Hoya would definitely beat Canelo at his prime. I mean, the thing about Oscar De La Hoya is that he had reach. He had that fucking reach that I hate, because that's how he took out Chavez. That fucking reach. And much love to Chavez, man, because he fucking pushed. He took those hits, just trying to get in there. But that motherfucker, Oscar De La Hoya, and his long fucking arms. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess you could call it the passing of the torch. It's all good. Aside from that, all right, guys, let me get the numbers up there. If you got a comment, a question about yesterday or the weekend, and let me know. That aside, I did see West Coast Graffiti talking on the subject of Marvelous and American Chola. I thought it was interesting. One, because, you know, I thought he was done talking about us. But, you know, it's hard not to talk about what happened, especially when a lot of people are talking about it. So I can understand why he took it upon himself to report on it. His point of view about it was interesting. You know, he had he had the opinion of if you're about it, he's always on site, regardless if you had family there or not. Him stating that Marvelous should have taken flight because of who he is. I'm gonna disagree with that, mostly because, you know, Marvelous wasn't looking for it. American Chola was stalking him and his daughter. The one thing that West Coast didn't mention was that American Chola had his backup, had his muscle, to in case Marvelous' daughter, you know, wanted to throw hands also. So I thought that was funny that he didn't bring that up. West Coast, you got to bring that stuff up, because that's pretty vital information when you don't mention that the guy that was stalking Marvelous has another guy stalking Marvelous. Not only does he have another guy stalking with him, he has somebody out there that called American Chola to let him know what's going on. What's to say that guy that called wasn't a few feet away in the cut, waiting? What to say that after the third time that they talked, American Chola didn't already have the plan set up? I'll get him in the restroom. We're going to get him. You're going to stay at the door, and you're going to make sure nobody comes in. while we fucking run this fool. Now, that is a scenario that I am creating. And I'm only creating that scenario because of what happened to Sonny. Sonny, unfortunately, go outside. That's the funny part. Gil asked Sonny to go outside. At an event where there's a lot of people. And you know, I find it funny that all these people make up this funny excuse. Well, outside there's cops outside, and then there's cameras outside. Well, it didn't seem like Gil was worried that there were cops outside and cameras outside when he called out Sonny outside to pepper spray him. Didn't seem like he was too worried about that. But he did it anyways. But apparently when Marvelous says, let's go outside, there's cameras and cops outside. So we can't do that. With Marvelous, we gotta go to the restroom. Because we can't go outside because there's cops and cameras. But with Sonny, when he told Sonny, let's go outside, you know, that's the funny part. He didn't tell Sonny, let's go to the restroom. There was a restroom at that place. I'm sure there was a restroom at that place. Gil, why didn't you ask Sonny to go to the restroom? You asked Sonny, let's go outside. So when you say it, it's the right thing to do. But when Marvelous says it, he's ranking it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because I thought that was pretty stupid that all these people are saying, well, he should have gone to the restroom. Bro, Marvelous had already, the first time the first person that got called out was Gil for stalking Marvelous. Marvelous told his kid, go chill right here. Let me go talk to this man. He talked to Gil, told him, you got something to say? Let's go outside. Marvelous was the first one to tell him, let's go outside. That fool said no. He walked away, came back around, said no, let's go to the restroom. And like we all know, we don't trust this fool whenever the fuck he says, let's go here. Because we all know this motherfucker, what is that word? He premeditates. There you go. He premeditates. Because that's what he did with Sonny. He had already planned it out. He had already planned to walk Sonny out and pepper spray this fool. So why would you trust this guy? Why would you trust this guy? Especially when he has his homie. Especially when he has another homie out there waiting. And that's the other part that nobody mentions. He didn't only have that guy named Wino at his side, probably ready to wail on Marvel's daughter in case she wanted to throw down also. But he had one more person out there keeping an eye on the whole situation. There was not only two people, there were three people that were trying to get Marvelous. Three people. The first one that called that fool and tell him, let's go. The second guy that he asked, come with me, man. And everybody thinks that Marvelous was the ranker, the weak one, when it was him against three motherfuckers. Three motherfuckers. That's the other part. Nobody says that there was another motherfucker out there waiting. And that's the part. Marvelous didn't even know that there was a third guy out there. But he was still willing to tell this fool, let's go outside. Let's go outside. That fool said no. Walked away, came back. You know what? Let's go to the restroom instead. Let's go to the restroom. I wouldn't trust that motherfucker. And again, nobody knew at the time that Gil had another person watching. Nobody knew that part. So that would have been a trip had Marvelous did go in there, get jumped by these two dudes, while the third guy stayed watch and made sure nobody walked inside that restroom. It's a good plan. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a sleazy scumbag like American Chola, that's exactly what I would have done. It's exactly what I would have done. I would have got him in there. Me and the homie would have jumped him, teach him a lesson, while the third guy that was there would be at the door making sure nobody comes in. It's a good plan, Gil. It was a good plan. It didn't work. Because the good thing about Marvelous is that he's street smart. Not only because his daughter was there, but he knows not to trust his motherfucker. He already knew not to trust him. So I'm glad that nothing really happened, because at the end of the day, American Chola was setting him up. He had 2 guys with him. Marvelous had a daughter. And apparently American Chola felt the need backup because of that daughter. I thought that was wild. That was a trip for me. What kind of man ask another man, hey, come with me because his daughter is with me? With him. That's crazy, right? Who does that shit? I don't know, guys. But aside from that, guys, we're at 7:45 right now, 7:44. But I just wanted to come in here and talk about this today because I thought that was very interesting. And again, I brought it up because they said somebody's going to have to run the fade. That guy Jay wanted to run the fade with either that guy Tres or maybe even Duno. Who knows? Let's see. There's a video from that lowrider show on YouTube popping up. Spotted Marvin, one of them, but only a few seconds. Oh, that's interesting. If you could shoot that. Caller, your name, where are you calling from? Oh, what's up, man? I'm early, right? That's right, man. What's up, man?
So what's up? I just called that you was talking about Oscar de la Hoya.
Yes.
So, a mí la realidad no me gustó que he beat Chávez, pero Chávez ya estaba viejo.
Yeah.
And the second fight, Chavez had a cut on the top of his eyebrow from sparring before the fight, and he didn't want to cancel it. That's why the second fight terminó tan rápido, because Chavez was already cut.
I remember. Those are good old days.
The press conference today.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. Canelo es una diva, la neta.
¿Verdad? A mí no me gusta Canelo.
No, I never did, because Canelo is arrogant, se cree demasiado, and he cherry picks all his opponents like Mayweather did. He waits till the right time to fight the person.
Well, yeah. I tell people he took a page out of Mayweather after Mayweather beat him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing porque, what's the name, when Oscar de la Hoya fought Mayweather, Oscar le pasó el torch a Mayweather. So ahora que también hizo lo mismo Mayweather, le pasó la torch a Canelo. So the next person to beat Canelo is going to take the torch, and that's why he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez.
That's facts right there.
Y el cabrón de Munguía, he got weak defense. Se deja abierto demasiado. He brings his hands down. So that's when Canelo's going to be counter-attacking el vato. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Pero, yeah, I've been listening to you, vato. As far as the IE, I have no fucking idea what that is, vato, so I was lost on that topic.
That's the Inland Empire.
Órale, no mames. Oh, I gotta stop smoking weed.
Nah, you're good, man. It took me a while, too.
También, yesterday I wanted to call the Marvelous shit, pero I was busy.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to catch it yesterday to call in. As far as the Catracho goes, el American Puti, ese güey, no mames, ese güey ya como una novela, el güey, ¿no?
Yeah. Ya no, porque he doesn't have anything. Ya no tiene nada. Nobody wants to fuck with him, too.
I've noticed that he be getting like some whack people at his shows and his freaking podcast shit. neta, what kind of other man goes around bragging that I got a picture of this vato? Like, no, my man, sister, that's some fucking kindergarten female shit.
It is. It is.
Y yo, la neta, I give it to Marvelous porque, like, yo, vato, you have to have una paciencia tremenda not to, like, do some shit to that vato right there in person. And then go to the fucking baño, güey. No estamos en la pinche cárcel to go to the fucking bathroom homes. Like, no mames.
Exactly.
Yeah, the shit in the bathroom and shit like that. Like, no, that's another pedo.
And that's what everybody tells me. Everybody's telling me, a lot of people are telling me, well, in jail, that's what we used to do.
Well, yeah, vato, because there's no cameras and you're away from the COs and shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Y nadie te puede separar ni nada. Pero from what I hear, American Chola, she likes to spray, pepper spray people.
Yeah.
So, in a way, I could see that vato pepper spray Marvelous y de volada tirándole encima to, you know, I fucked him up, this and that. Pero no mames, run it right there and then.
Right.
Pero, you know, that just gives, and I saw that you did a video también de volada que le pagó al güey el Brooklyn, ¿cómo se llama ese güey?
El blue dildo.
A ese perro, ándale.
Mm-hmm.
Que le pagó para que sacara el pinche foto y todo, the whole bullshit.
I knew,
Oh, man.
but you know what? Because they're that obvious. They're that obvious. I can see what they're going to do already. I called it during that live, and the next hour,
Yeah,
this was.
I was watching you in the live. I was watching, and then I was like, yo, he's probably right. He's probably gonna, you know, mandar el foto y decir, hey, do esto y haz el otro. Pero presume que le saqué foto a este vato.
Yeah.
Pero when you with the kids homes, también es otra pendejada que you gotta respect. You feel me?
También,
When you
también.
with the family, you gotta respect that shit.
Yeah.
Pero, you know, cuando I seen the video también que el Wack 100 showed up to that vato's crib y ahí sí se que calmó el puto de volada, ¿verdad?
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't say nothing. That's the crazy part. When they call him out like that, nada.
So, what I'm thinking es que si el Marvelous hace lo mismo, se aparece a su casa, se le aprieta el culo también y deja de hablar de ustedes.
También, right? Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just need his address. We might have to reach out to Wack 100 and get that Addy.
Yo, sí, hey, pero Marvelous already been there, vato.
Good point. I'm gonna tell Marvelous, you know what? Just go take your phone, bust a Wack 100.
Yeah, plus you got the little, what you call that camera and the doorbell shit, so de volada se va a ver. Y I bet you que he won't post that shit.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I hadn't even thought about that either.
Like, I'm just saying, because la neta, that's the only way you're probably going to get that catracho to stop talking all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And another thing I noticed, like, how can you be ashamed of being from Honduras, vato?
That's what I'm saying.
To be Chicano when you're not even fucking Mexicano.
It's crazy, man.
Come on, like, your people should be ashamed of you right now, because not even they want to claim you and shit. You trying to fit in somewhere where you're not even wanted.
Verdad. And it's crazy because when Tyga said, oh, I know, I'm sorry about insulting, you know, your Mexican community. That fool didn't say, oh, I'm not Mexican, I'm Honduran. He just didn't say nothing.
Es que he wants to be relevant, quiere estar en el pinche mole cuando no es de acá el güey.
And it's crazy though, because I thought it was weird that, like, why don't you guys have an actual Mexican there, you know, in that conversation?
Pues no, la bruja, ¿cómo se llama? El bulu, ¿cómo?
El bubu. Oh, Elise, right? Aunque sea el bubu.
He's not Mexican?
No, he is Mexican. Aunque sea, he should have gone.
es la cheerleader de ese vato, lo que dice ese vato, la bubu lo hace.
Yeah, pretty much.
Porque the only one that really had any common sense in that podcast is el cabrón de Sunny.
Yeah.
Pero because Sunny didn't agree with their bullshit, lo sacaron a la chingada.
Facts. That's facts.
And that's what and el cabrón del, ¿cómo se llama el gremlin? El dildo guy.
Yeah.
Ese cabrón también, like, yo, all he does is talk about shit that is like going around trending just to get fucking contact. Vato, like, homie, salte de la pinche computadora, get a life, vato.
Right? That's all he does, man. I think he's cursed inside that warehouse forever.
Pues es que lo que tú dijiste, que por $100 vende el culo el cabrón.
Facts.
So, I guess lo están comprando demasiado el cabrón.
Hey, make that. Hey, he, for him, he's happy as long as he's making the money. As long as he's making the money, he doesn't care where it comes from or what gets done to him.
Sounds like a prostitute move to me.
That's what I said. He's YouTube's hoe. He's the new hoe of YouTube.
He's the tube hoe.
That motherfucker's from the YouTube blade.
No, hombre, ya mejor que empiece esa madre diciendo ahí, yo, $100 y les hago algo, lo que quieran.
That's how it is.
I'm sure pretty soon all that bullshit les va a caer en el 100 porque, yo, they're doing too much shit that is too obvious, vato.
It is.
And the people who still listen to that really got no type of common sense and they don't catch in they fucking lies that will allow that you could tell, vato. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when I hear
Oh, yeah.
American Chola talking and shit with his freaking, with his guests, like, you could tell right away he talks about gang shit, but ain't that vato the dropouts in the 90s?
Exactly. Mr. I regret. I felt bad saying that I'm not a gangster anymore. Well, how the fuck you still talking like one then?
Exactly. And still acting like one when you're not even about that life anymore.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta stay in your lane, vato. Like, you completely, like, en los putos 40 todavía pensando de que andar en el blog and shit, like, my dude.
Yup.
Grow the fuck up.
Exactly.
Pero, yo lo que digo es que that's my point of view. Like, I've noticed that from all the way in Pennsylvania, like, you could already tell right away. And now, I just don't know how the people in Cali don't catch on to that shit.
It trips me out too, man. It really trips me out how people don't see it. If anything, they support them even more. It fucking weirds me out. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you guys not watching what everybody else is watching?
O al menos que solo sea un puro pinche morrito de 14 años que todavía no le crecen los pelos a los huevos.
I hope not, man. Because that's the future. Fuck.
I mean,
We're fucked if that's how it is.
Like, any grown motherfucker who has some common sense se da cuenta who's the fakery right away.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I guess they're just young little kids who think that, hey, these is what's popping right now.
Yep.
And you know how kids are easy to follow and fall into anything.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully that's not it, man. But hopefully shit gets worked out, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, me personally, I'm with Marvelous running the fade and we're voting radio the whole way. Porque the Gremlin y el Catracho, like, their shit's is whack. Like,
Yeah, yes,
they
sir.
just, like, even when they interview people, like, you can already tell they got no type of style to interview them.
Yeah, that's the part right there.
I see Tony A interview people all the time, and that vato, he really interviews like como un profesional because he's been a part of the game already,
Yep.
so he knows exactly what to ask.
Yep, exactly. You're right.
Y estos güeyes who don't know shit about the music industry, all they want to talk about is, what about you and your Like, what the? We don't give a fuck about that.
You're right.
I don't know what the fuck is going on in his career and shit. What the fuck is his next move? No, okay, he kicks it with these many guys over here. They're over there. Like, no, my man. Make it make sense.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, but you know what? We got to go. We got to cut it porque como dijiste, Rodian Radio ya va a empezar.
Órale, Simón, hablamos. It was good talking to you.
Yes, sir. Same here, man. Appreciate you, all right? Let's talk later.
Órale, hablamos.
Pues. All right, guys. Let me give a big shout out to Enrique Ledesma because he was the first person to do a super chat on this platform. I did get monetized as of last, I want to say Monday or Tuesday. I would have been monetized earlier, but because of that strike Blue Devil gave me, I couldn't get monetized. So we had to delete a lot of stuff, clean the thing up, clean the page up. And thanks to all that, we got monetized. So thank you to all you guys that watch us, subscribe us. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you in the next one. And again, don't forget, run the fade.